You know right, assassini, airport and Timaya, Mojana Nanum Shegu Edigu on my.
Good morning, everyone, brothers and sisters around the country, Ghana. This is Reverend Abel Nesbitt Banafo. I had an experience in my house yesterday, that is the 22nd of June, just yesterday, which I think every Ghanaian should hear. I was in the house. Around that time, everybody was asleep. I was doing some work on my laptop, and then I also fell asleep on the sitting room chair. Then around 10 minutes to midnight, I started hearing a banging on my door. So I just woke up from my sleep, from the chair, and I got closer to our door, our main door. Then I asked, "Who are you?" And then they said, "We are the police. We are the police. Open this door." And they were banging the door as if they wanted to break down the door. Thankfully, it was a security door. So you could see that they were trying to even break down the door, but they couldn't. They kept saying,
Melodies
"We are
TV
the police,
on YouTube.
open the door." Then I asked them, "Do police work at this time? And in any case, I don't have any issue with the police. And even if there is need for you to come to me, let it be in the morning. I cannot open the door for you around this time." It says, if you think we are not the police, look outside and see our car. And then we peeped through our window, and then we saw this police flashlight on top of a white pickup, just like the police. And then we started trying to see the people around. There were about 5 to 6 armed men armed to the teeth. And apparently they had forced their way into our compound. They had actually used their hands and their measures to open our main gate, and they are now in our yard. And we are living at the first floor. We were upstairs. So they had even climbed up, and they were standing in front of the main door of our door upstairs. And we were wondering, how will police, force their way into somebody's room, somebody's main yard like this, and get close to wherever they want to get to. Almost breaking into the main room of somebody they want to talk to. The person should freely surrender. So we saw that they were not just fully armed, they were all wearing police uniforms. And then some were in the car, some were walking, going around the whole story building, and then some were standing behind the gate. So we told them that no, we cannot open the door. So my wife got up, and then she
Melodies
started
TV
shivering.
on YouTube.
Myself, I was shivering because this is my very first time I have experienced such an incident. We were shivering. Thankfully, the children were asleep, but my elderly boy was awake. So he was with mommy. Then I told mommy. Mommy said, "Let me go and open the door." My wife was saying that, let me go and open the door. I don't want to have anything to do with the police. I don't want any problem with the police. Then I warned her, don't open that door. So I left her and went into one of the rooms, and I called a friend of mine who eventually led me to call the police headquarters, 1518555. When I called the police headquarters, they also said no, they don't know anything about, they don't have such a report that there is that urgency for some people of their people to come to Domiabra. So we should not open the door, but they were going to cause the Kaswa or Amanfrom team to come and help us. So we're just there, and then they were still around. So before I came out, my wife almost opened the door. I mean, she opened the burglar proof and then opened up 3 locks goes in, and then 3 key locks goes in. So she had opened the 3 locks up and is left with the key. She opened the first one, opened the second one, left with the third one for them to bang in. And then my elderly boy told him, Mommy, stop. I was in the room locked up making my call. So when I came out, I saw that, hey, my wife nearly opened the door. So when the boy told her to stop, she started locking
Melodies TV
again.
on YouTube.
And then when I came out, I heard my wife talking to them downstairs. My wife was up in the room through the window. They asked my wife, so you think we are armed robbers, eh? You don't want to open that? My wife said, we have never said you are armed robbers. But wait, my husband has just spoken to headquarters. Then they said, spoken to who? Then she said, headquarters, police headquarters. Then my wife said, yes. Then they said, which number did your husband dial? Then she said, my husband dialed 18555. Immediately they started running away into their car. And then my wife started begging them, don't run, please. Patrol team are coming. Then they asked, where are they? Then my wife told them, they are just at the junction. Then they started, the way they opened the door, they held my gate like that together and pulled it backwards and made sure that the 2 lockers went into the hole, like professional thieves. And then they sat in the pickup and then reversed, because my wife said they were coming from the junction. They didn't want to meet the patrol team. They reversed backwards and then used some bad, muddy road, right side, move straight on to dodge them, to make sure that they would not encounter the police. The next today, being Thursday, my wife went to make the report. We were shivering throughout. I mean, we couldn't sleep. Up till now. My wife is still not herself. We went there, and Amanfro said that they've never sent any team to us.
Melodies TV on
Headquarters
YouTube.
doesn't know them. Where did they get the police uniforms? Where did they get the police car? How did they come to our house? And that is why I need to speak with all of you, that when you meet police these days, it's so sad. I am going to say this, and it is not because somebody told me. It is because of my experience myself. I was so shocked and I so confused and so much afraid that I had to just tell God that, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not fear any evil, even though I was very, very afraid. I had to say and confess that he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And indeed, God saved us that day. They would have come in, ravaged us, molest us, rape us, steal from us, do whatever to us, and nobody would have heard. Because by the time they left, it was about 12:15 to 12:20 a.m. That was the time they left. I want to talk to all of you and speak with you as fellow Ghanaians and brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers and sons and daughters and everybody. Please, let us be security conscious. There are many people patrolling this country now in security uniforms who are plain armed robbers. Kindly be careful. When somebody knocks on your door, please warn your children not to go open them until they are sure who the person is. You yourself, make sure that you are security conscious. Do not sit down and wait for these people in security I don't know where they got police uniforms. I don't know where they got the guns. I don't know how they make themselves look like pure, correct police. But why did they run away after I had called 18555? And why were they not willing to wait for the patrol team? They were assassins. They were thieves, they were burglars, they were rascals in police uniform. Thank you.